Hello everyone, it's RickDaSquirrel here, and I'm here with my friends Nick Maz and Ultratron here, and we're going to be watching King Kong 2005.
Yo, fucking hype.
Yeah, they
Best
really love
Kong,
this.
baby.
Anyways, I'm starting the movie in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, get that
We are, of
sexy
course, watching,
universal.
we are, of course, watching the extended edition of the film, which is arguably the superior cut.
Yeah, watch
Arguably.
like somebody like the person watching this has the disc in, and they thought it was theatrical, and they're like, "Oh my god, now I gotta put in the extended edition."
Well, I'm sorry for anyone who just owns the theatrical version of this movie.
On the title, we'll put the extended edition, or maybe we won't. Just fuck with you.
Well, for
See
sure.
we'll see whatever Rick the Squirrel decides to do.
Yeah. Wing nut, more like nut.
Like the homage to the original graphic for the opening credits, or the overture, I should say, for 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Get it? We're watching the movie with a giant monkey, so we're seeing some monkeys.
We're looking at actual monkeys that actually have
They got
tails,
the
so they're
tails,
actually
yeah,
monkeys.
yeah.
Look at those CGI people in the background.
I love this song. This song is great. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Alright. Do you think it would be cool to see some more, like, Kong properties, like, take on a different take on, like, the monkey or ape species, like orangutan Kong?
That could be interesting. I think I would like that for like different characters, like different characters that are like related to Kong, like of Kong species, like maybe some of them. It's kind of like that one comic book, that like a Skull Island prequel or whatever, where like all the different Kongs like kind of looked a little different.
Yeah.
Far.
Hey, look, it's a pug.
Right.
Yes. Or in the Great Depression, because that's the period the original movie came out, but we're actually no, in the original film it's also like during the Great Depression, right? Like the actual movie, because that's why Anne is like, desperate for food and stuff.
Yeah, because there was
there was
like women. They have it in this movie too, about like women going in try to get jobs at like sleazy places.
for sure, yeah. And I guess this one they're just putting more emphasis on it because we're having this whole establishing opening not musical number, but showing the Great Depression and the contrast between the whimsical entertainment of the 1930s and kind of messed up conditions that the lower class and the poor were going through.
Look at Naomi Watts with a mustache. I feel like that's somebody's fetish.
I like that. How look at this cut. They didn't expect her to actually catch the hat, so they cut to her with the hat on.
That's cool.
I mean, I guess you can't be all like Sigourney Weaver in Alien Resurrection and nail a like 3-point no look basketball shot.
See, this is why people didn't like the movie.
That guy who capped off the song, he's got a really good laugh. I always liked his laugh. He's got a good laugh.
I do find it weird that whenever some like movie takes place, like it's a period piece, I always wonder, would these people like talk like the same as a movie that was released in that time? Because when you compare the characters, how they act in the original compared to how they act in this movie, would that really be like the same thing?
That's a great question. I honestly don't even know if
I think this movie does. I think this movie does a good job capturing like the spirit, but it's still very much feels like it's. It doesn't feel like it's trying too hard to be a movie from 1933. It's still very much a movie from today or whatever, just capturing that sort of essence spirit.
I do remember learning that back in the day with like the 30s and like the early days of cinema, like basically all the actors were basically trained to talk the same, basically. So I think that from that, I guess I could infer that maybe like the way people acted in films wasn't necessarily totally representative of how people acted like in real life at the time. So, but I'm not too sure.
I guess you'd probably have to just like look at some documentaries or just footage from the 30s to find out.
For sure.
This guy has like the line that pretty much like sets up the whole entire movie.
Right.
I can't really like from it's quiet. You won't really be able to hear it, guys. So it's something like you actually forgot really what the line is. Is like you like. I'm sorry, I can't think of it.
That's what he's saying now. He's like, you got to think for yourself. That. What was it before?
Fate comes along and takes it away from you. You get too close. Something like that. He just said it.
If you're watching a movie, you know. I feel like unlike most people, we all really enjoyed like the sort of setup, the human setup in New York City and on the boat.
No, where's the monkey?
I mean, maybe it's a bit too long, but it's still solid. It should started on the island, guys.
It probably could have been cut down a little bit, but like I don't mind because like I still enjoy everything that's happening because I like all the performances and I like the world and stuff. Like I think the movie, it's a good movie. So seeing more of it, I'm okay with.
Yeah, but Ultratron, you're like this is the only Peter Jackson movie you like.
You're like I'm a fan of Peter Jackson films.
So you're like I'm a big fan.
Peter Jackson. I was just talking. I'm just talking about this film specifically.
Yeah, but I remember you saying like, "Hey, I'm a big fan of Peter Jackson," and then like we freaking Maz like said, "Hey, watch the Lord of the Rings films," and you're like, "These suck."
Oh yeah. Something to get the comment section mad. I do not like the Lord of the Rings films. I find them very overrated and boring and uninteresting.
His worst take.
Maybe we'll show him them again, and then he'll love them.
Definitely my most controversial take, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of controversy, we got Jack Black, who some claim was miscast for this film. And I could definitely see that. He's definitely unconventional. It's definitely an unconventional casting. He's not the first guy you would think of to cast as Carl Denham, but I think he works really well. It's not the same, really, as the original Carl, but
he's a completely different character.
Yeah, he's a lot more overtly sleazy. But I think it plays to his strengths as an actor more for this film.
The thing with the original Carl Denham was that even though he was like that guy that would like dare to do anything, even when it was against like someone's will or something, he still did care about the people. In this, not really at all. He's just really, really manipulative, especially when he knows that it's gonna get people killed.
For me, I never got the sense that Sorry. My take on his characterization is that it's not necessarily that he has no like empathy for people. It's just that he gets so caught up with his passion for filmmaking that like it overcomes like whatever sort of concerns he has, because there is like a sense of guilt that he has like towards the end of the film and like regret. But it's just that, like, you know, but when they're on the island and he sees this big opportunity, it just kind of drives him a little mad.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but iconic line. Will there be boobies? Cinema.
See, in the original, Carl's like, they need a girl on here. They need a girl. So like we needed love and romance in the picture, and then here is like, will there be boobies?
Yes.
I mean that is
the movie does have some meta things. There's a joke that's coming out soon that I don't know how I feel about. I think it's a little too meta, but we'll get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
I think this guy's a really underrated character as well.
And as we learned, potentially originated from the hit animated film The Mighty Kong.
Yeah.
Oof.
Peter Jackson copied the Mighty Kong. He had to watch that movie like we did.
Yeah. Because for those of you who aren't aware, in The Mighty Kong, the incredible animated adaptation of the 1933 King Kong, Carl Denham, referred to as CB Denham in that film, has an assistant, and that's the first time he's ever depicted having an assistant guy, which is kind of funny. It really makes you wonder if Peter Jackson did watch that movie, which he probably did, considering how big of a King Kong fan he is.
Which is weird because you don't really hear much about Peter Jackson. I just want to know what he thinks of like the recent ones.
Yeah, what are Peter Jackson's cinema takes?
Yeah,
Especially, I think I remember somebody kind of put it really. I forget who it was. It was someone on Twitter. I just saw someone one day tweet it. Is especially when Godzilla vs. Kong came out, they said something to the extent of like, it's kind of nice that Kong has finally kind of like evolved to like where he's evolved past like the typical the 1933 story where he ends up a tragic figure or whatever. It's kind of nice that he's evolved beyond that to where he can be more of a character with more going on than just that in his story or whatever. He's not just a tragic figure. And I thought that was an interesting point. So yeah, it would be cool to see what Peter Jackson thinks of that sort of depiction and expansion of Kong's story and character.
now that's a line right there.
Really good at crap and the crappers. Yes, iconic line.
There's apparently he doesn't like the Toho King Kong films, so he's one for I think he's one with Willis O'Brien on that one. Speaking of
here comes the meta joke.
And they play part of the play part of the 33 score.
It's a bit much. I think that pushes it a little too far. I mean, it's fun, but like I think it's a little much.
Speaking of Fay Ray, she was supposed to be the one that delivered the line, "It's beauty that kills the beast," but she declined.
Which I think, would have been cool in one way, but another way, I think it would have been very strange. Could have just been this random old woman who just showed up at the end to say the big thematic line at the end. It would have been very odd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but look at all these risque pictures. 1933. This was like unheard of.
Yeah, the burlesque theater.
Yeah.
But then fate intervenes.
It's the girl from that one. I can't remember anymore. I'm trying to think of a joke. I can't.
I'm trying to think of what. Me looking at Naomi Watts' IMDb to see what else she's did. She was in The Ring, a movie that Ultratron refused to watch because he was scarred for life as a child.
Correct.
Hey, in the comments, sound off if Ultratron should man up and finally watch The Ring and overcome his childhood fears.
Yeah, all two of you.
We'll do a commentary on that as well.
No promises. Imagine paying $0.25 for an apple.
Simpler times, but also less income, so it's a lot of money back then.
at this point in the Mighty Kong, the classic animated adaptation of King Kong, there is an incredible musical number written by the Sherman Brothers of Disney fame, where Carl Denham talks about how he's going to make a film, a very epic film.
How do you remember this, Ultratron?
Because it is cinema.
I feel like at this point they're already leaving the island because that's how fast that moves.
Well,
Are
I'm
you
also
sure?
talking about the scene.
I'm
talking
pretty
about
sure
scene.
I'm pretty sure the Mighty Kong is longer than this movie.
It felt longer.
Mm-hmm. Look at him. He's doing the Gendo pose.
Yeah,
I
look at
think the
this.
longest. Actually, you know what? I'll mention that later.
I'll put a pin in that.
Yeah. Because I feel like we're jumping ahead too much. I feel like we're not commentary pros just yet. We're already mentioning stuff later in the movie.
I think we've been doing pretty good. We've been saying stuff throughout the whole movie so far.
This is our first official release commentary. Like we did a commentary of the Mighty Kong, but RickDaSquirrel never wanted to post that.
Well, I'll probably do that
There's
because
audio issues.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it just in part. Like I'm gonna clip it because copyright. But it'll be
But
funny.
who's gonna claim copyright on the Mighty Kong though?
They already did when I put a 1 minute video of it, of you just mentally breaking down, and they claimed
Damn.
But it's public, so or it's on the list right now as of right now. But I want to no. Imagine they just did the Mighty Kong thing, like since Jack Black is a singer. Imagine they just did that song from the Sherman Brothers.
I need to see that cut of Peter Jackson's King Kong. I need to see the Mighty Kong cut.
Yeah, we need the live.
The Mighty King Kong.
Mighty Kong.
Isn't that just the Broadway musical?
They should bring back all the.
Hey, I saw the Broadway. I'm the only one here right now who's actually seen it because I live on the East Coast, so I have the privileges of going to see Broadway show.
Well, why can't Broadway just come anywhere?
I mean, for an expensive stage production like that, I don't know. Yeah, that might be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I know
They got to parachute that giant Kong animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the little dudes in like black suits just running around, puppeting him around.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good show, though. I wish they would, since it's not being performed anymore, that they gotta have a recording out there somewhere. And like the Hamilton musical was put on Disney Plus. They should put the Kong musical, the Kong on a Broadway show on. I don't know, whoever would have the rights to it, HBO Max or whatever.
Now imagine that. That's another King Kong movie onto my list.
Right.
Right up there with Deep Rising and Brain Dead.
Right.
The King Kong movies with no King Kong.
Yes, the classic Letterboxd review.
Yo, they were just throwing out the Mighty Kong there.
Right. Calling King of the Jungle.
True.
Or no, King of the Apes.
It's King of Atlantis.
Yeah, but there's King of the Apes, the Netflix series.
Yeah.
That might be the worst.
Are you sure?
Nah, the Mighty Kong is worse.
No, Mighty Kong is like hell. I mean, there's a lot of hell when it comes to animated King Kong, and it's like all of them have to be musicals for some reason.
Right. Would we say that the worst King Kong movies are worse than the worst Godzilla movies?
Yeah.
I would rather watch Godzilla Revenge over any of those.
Yeah. I'd rather watch.
That's another question, though.
No, but I'd rather watch Super Monster over All Monsters Attack. So I'm like,
oh yeah, wait. Also the King Kong. So yeah, that works.
Gamera Super Monsters just doesn't work as a movie, but it's charmingly fun. It's charmingly stupid. I kind of like it, even though it's just all stock footage for the monster stuff. It is kind of charmingly stupid with the 3 superhero ladies. So,
Yeah, that was okay.
like, I'd rather watch that than Godzilla's Revenge or the anime King Kong
From
movies.
captivity.
The worst Gamera movie is better than the worst of Godzilla and King Kong. How's that?
Sure.
I have nothing to add because I have not seen any Gamera stuff besides the Heisei films.
Typical old person that doesn't like Gamera because they need to only like like dark and gritty stuff.
Yes, I'm a Snyder fan when it comes to kaiju.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean, we still gotta get you to watch the rest, like the Showa movies, because you don't like them. So, still stands.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think of Adrian Brody as Jack Driscoll? I still prefer freaking Kurt Russell. Not Kurt. I keep mixing them
Russell.
up. I keep mixing Jeff. See, I keep messing up Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges. So, I
To be
No,
fair,
now
in
that
the-
you say that, I would like to see Kurt Russell. Well, not anymore because he's too old. But like back then, I think Kurt Russell actually would have been a better director than Jeff Bridges was in the Concept 6.
Yeah, but Jeff Bridges is my favorite Jack. So
Also, I wouldn't want to trade that because Jeff Bridges yelled at helicopters, so we wouldn't want like
Yeah.
delivery to go away.
I mean,
Asshole.
I still like this character. He's pretty much he's still got like that same moral compass that Adrian Brody's Jack Driscoll has, but he's more fun than Adrian
Oh
Brody's.
no, for sure. I like Jeff Bridges as Jack. He's like this hippie guy. His luscious hair.
Yeah,
He's
he's kind of like the moral high ground in that sort of thing, even though he's like a story.
Yeah, he's like the environmentalist guy. He's the one who kind of speaks for Kong in a way.
Yeah.
But for
Anti-people
Adrian Brody's Jack, I also like this version. I don't know what my favorite Jack is. I guess it would be Jeff Bridges just because he's like more fun. But I also enjoy this kind of like introverted, kind of quiet guy Jack, and how it kind of subversion of like the original Jack, who was like this manly macho guy. I think it's a cool subversion.
Yeah, and it allows Jack in this movie to go on through development when he starts like becoming more of a hero.
Yeah, he has to become he has to kind of grow into that a little bit.
See, the original Jack was his character development was that he was less sexist,
Yes.
Yes.
which is like good for him. And like
I mean, how else were men supposed to change in 1933?
I mean good for him, but oh, it's our boy.
Oh yeah, it is
Yes.
the one actor in this movie that graduated into another kaiju franchise.
And then came back.
First.
Kyle Chandler, baby.
Andrew.
Yeah. We get to go.
So I always forget
We gotta
I
get.
always forget the captain in this movie played Baron von Strucker in Age of Ultron.
I was gonna mention that,
Almost.
yeah. And then he died right away, even though he had this
Yeah.
whole big setup in the post-credit scene for Winter Soldier.
Yeah, very bizarre.
I was gonna say about Jack is like, I know like you guys don't probably like the 33 version of Jack, but at least he's better than Mike on Jack.
Oh yeah, it's a better performance.
I mean that one was just straight up like horrendously sexist, and like it was horrible. Like character development is like still sexist, and then like he gives his coat to Anne, and then the next scene, oh, they have a fall in love with him with live action background water or stars for some reason.
Oh god, yeah.
And his favorite
Something back to me.
catchphrase.
What?
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 Look at this
Yeah, look at
CGI.
that 1933 skyline.
CGI's pretty good for at least for the
Look,
environmental stuff.
it's the
really
brain dead rat monkey Easter egg,
yeah.
guys. Headcanon. So 60 years after this movie, in this universe, they get a rat monkey from in completely changed Skull Island, and then the rat monkey just runs rampant in New Zealand, like just
Yes,
unconnected.
the Peter Jackson Kong cinematic universe.
Mm-hmm.
I love how like they have literally no other room for this man. It's like they can have time, so that they just shove him below deck with the animals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, maybe they did, but they just don't like him. They think he's a dirty Hollywood boy. He's not a real man, so they're gonna throw him down with the animals.
That guy right there is supposed to be like the stand-in for the Chinese cook in the original.
Right.
I like I forgot his name in the original. It escapes me. I think his name was Charlie in the original. I know people say he's like a racist stereotype for Chinese people, but I thought he was a really friendly guy, and in Son of Kong, like he has like a lot of like fun moments where he like supports like anything with like the whole like performance at the circus and stuff like that, and it's like loyal to the captain. I don't know, I find him fun.
There's definitely some like appreciation to be had with that character, but like obviously like in the grand scheme of things, like he is kind of a
racial character,
stereotype.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
do you think it was like on purpose or like intended in that movie?
Well, the thing with racial stereotypes is that, like, especially when it comes to depictions in film, it's never like overtly malicious. Like, it's not like, yeah, we gotta depict this black guy as the villain because we hate black people. Like, it's like, although obviously there are examples of that, like in Birth of a Nation, where like that's very overtly,
or like Looney Tunes, old Looney Tunes.
Right? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. But usually what it is, it's just that like society at that point hadn't fully understood just how harmful these things were. And there's this sort of cultural perpetuation of these ideas and stereotypes of like what these groups of people like are and what they act like, and the sort of perception that's kind of engraved into the culture. It's not really like a conspiracy or anything. It's just kind of like what people thought back then, because people were more ignorant and people were more. There was less desire to understand and learn. But obviously there is like an element of maliciousness there too. But like in the grand scheme of things, like I think for that character, an example, I don't think that was like that character was depicted in that way specifically because like, oh, like Cooper and RKO like hated Asian people, so we gotta make this character because like you said, that character is depicted in a positive light for the most part. Like he is meant to be kind of likable. It's just that, you know, the way he's depicted is still perpetuating stereotypes.
I was thinking,
that's just what.
Yeah, I was thinking of making a compilation of him, just like the King Kong movies, but it's just Charlie, because I really just like all his scenes. But then I thought to myself, I feel like that might have just been a spotlight for because people see him as a racial stereotype. So I kind of thought I don't really want to put that out. You know,
yeah,
right.
Even though my intentions aren't like that,
of course, yeah.
So I'm just saying, like I enjoy the character, but I understand what the context of everything was. I just wanted to have that sort of discussion.
For sure.
Oh yeah, here we go, fucking.
It's the man, the myth, the legend, King Kong himself.
Yeah, Gollum.
But I mean, listen, his more iconic role in this movie is Lumpy. Like, I mean, Kong's all right, but I mean, Lumpy's where it's at.
you get this classic joke where she thinks this man is the writer.
That's very funny. As the guy, I can't remember the actor. He was in the Batman. His character in Transformers 1.
Oh, John Turturro?
Yeah, John Turturro's character. That's very
Yes.
funny. And then I add
Yeah.
Fred and Stimpy. That's very funny into my YouTube poop together. That's very funny. Holy crap, they're still going with this joke.
Nobody's laughing.
I think it's amusing.
Yeah,
Smiley.
Jimmy, watch out. That's freaking Kurt... I was about to say Kurt Russell. Because... Oh, what am I doing? Oh, here comes my favorite part. Yeah! There it is. Here we go. This is my criticism of the movie.
Yeah.
It's a shot.
Nobody understands what we're doing here.
Hey, if they're watching the movie,
Good.
they would understand.
No, they're not. They're not gonna get what's so funny about it.
But it's funny. It's a joke.
Yeah, but not in a way that we're like describing it, because it's like I'm like, oh, did we really necessarily need this scene? So I have that out, and then you guys are like, yeah, we needed this scene. So now we're like, yeah, hidden inside joke between us.
Yes.
Oh, this is part of the editing that they had like late '90s and 2000s that went away. That slow mo choppy thing here is like they.
Oh yeah.
Dropping the frame rate. Bad.
Like, because they make it so like verbose. They go S-K U. Oh no! Skull!
I wonder what they're spelling out.
Literally the scariest thing I've ever seen.
It should have A M O G U S Among Us.
Did you forget the N?
I don't know. I forgot.
I knew what he was doing halfway through. Imagine if Jack just, or if Carl forgot he put the K at the end, so it'd be Sulk Island.
Sulk Island. No, it's Saul Island. Better call Saul Island.
This character of Jimmy also has origins in the Mighty Kong, because in the Mighty Kong there's also a young cabin boy character.
well, technically he was in the novelization of the 32. Oh, they're doing like scenes from here. They're doing like scenes from the original. Like he's supposed to be like the actual Jack here, and they're like doing.
I actually like this meta joke. I think this is funny.
But nobody gets it because people think this is the original King Kong. Like 99.99% of the world thinks it's the original King Kong.
Well, yeah, because no movies exist before the year 2000.
Yeah.
We all know this.
Mm-hmm. Dear God, they're remaking Vertigo.
I still need to see that. It's on my watch list.
You gotta see a lot of Hitchcock movies.
It's Rick's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Twitter people are like, what? Tangled's not your favorite movie? You talk about it all the time. Like, okay, fine, but I like, it doesn't really matter if I don't talk about it. It doesn't make it not my favorite movie. Well, I guess that's...
yes, look at super sexy, shirtless H.P. Brody.
Right, he gets some of that.
Didn't he commit war crimes or something?
What?
Adrian Brody?
I thought he did something, or like he's a really bad.
Did he do something? I
think
don't know,
he's a
actually.
hard.
Maybe
I think he's just a hard person to work with.
I can kind of see that. He does have that vibe a little.
He works. See, I mean, he worked a lot with Roman Polanski, so and Woody Allen. So he works with problematic directors. So maybe there's that.
Now I remember who Mulholland Drive. I was going to say when it was like, hey, look, it's the girl from Mulholland Drive because lesbian sex scene apparently in that movie, and like he was at a adult place, so I was like, hey, he found the girl.
Very cool.
No, this joke is dead. Like it's deader than my dead memes.
Yeah, follow Rick on
I mean, your letterbox name is Dead Memes, so
Dead Memes is my middle name. They're filming Titanic.
Don't let go, Jack.
Oh, hey, their names are both Jack.
Look at his face.
I mean, it's a very pretty shot. Bring a man to tears. If this wasn't a movie within a movie.
Yes.
What is the plot of the movie Carl is making exactly? Is it just 33, but like I guess like different so that it makes sense?
He's making his own knockoff movie that Cooper was making.
Right.
This is like the Disney or like Pixar DreamWorks thing, where they're trying to make like two big monkey movies at the same time, like with ants in A Bug's Life.
Yes.
I mean, it just seems like he's making it up as he goes along. Honestly, like Jack's literally writing the script.
Right, Jack is still writing the script. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like freaking Terror Mechagodzilla, where they just wrote it as they were filming, or I don't know, Alien 3,
or Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1, kind of.
That's now part of
because go ahead.
I was going to say, now as part of the National Congress, Martin Scorsese is crying.
Yeah,
Right. I was going to say, with Iron Man 1, they still had like a general outline of like what the plot of the movie was. So it's not exactly.
And plot all the dialogue.
They're confronting him because they thought they were going to School Island.
I thought we were going to Sulk Island. I'm getting ready to cry a lot. I like how dramatic. Do you think they planned this out where they all came out of their little hiding spots like this?
Yeah, it's like what's it called when your friends like set up it's like an intervention. Intervention? I don't think that's the right word. I think it's something else. It's like when like your friends on drugs or something, so you like gather all your friend group to like and set them up to like talk to them about it. I forget what it's called.
Write the term in the comments, guys.
All one of you that's still here.
Hey man, you got a lot of subscribers. And
but only like 0.1% of them watch anything I do. Like, no offense to the people that do actually still watch my stuff. That's just how it is. Like, I don't really care, but like, I'm just like being humble here.
For sure.
There probably aren't many popular King Kong 05 commentaries out there. So, and it's a kaiju thing. You're
but it's not Godzilla. And they're not seeing it on screen. It's just a blank image of King Kong. They're not going to be listening to this. They want to like do their Five Nights at Freddy's security breach thing.
And still playing Five Nights at Freddy's in 2023.
What is Carl wearing? He's got like these really high pants. What is he wearing?
Probably got some
We missed the
suspenders
joke where he said monsters are for B movies.
on.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. I wonder if Peter Jackson would ever actually do those fake King Kong movies he had for that April Fool's Day.
That would
I
be
would like
cool.
Peter Jackson
but
to
yeah.
make an actual feature, length narrative movie now. Ever since The Hobbit ended, he's just made documentaries.
Yeah, because he was
We
forced to
gotta-
make those movies because freaking Guillermo del Toro was not. They didn't want Guillermo del Toro. They wanted Peter Jackson or something, and then
I mean,
those
they didn't
movies
have
broke
to
him.
do it.
Yeah, but like money.
Who else? Who else was going to do it?
It's kind of like George Lucas because he didn't want to do the prequels. He just wanted it to be the one that wrote the story, and then just let the others like do like the directing and everything. Like how they did for Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, but nobody wanted to touch Star Wars. It's kind of funny now because people don't really want to touch Star Wars now. Like a lot of people just keep leaving, probably just keep getting canceled. But
I mean, people do touch Star Wars, but then they're like, we're not going to make this, guys.
yeah, because it kind of feels like the Star Wars curse.
For the movies, at least, the TV shows are rolling.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're getting made, unlike the movies. Yeah, I do like go back a little bit. I do think the whole boat ride does a good job of building up the mystery and the terror that like the island is gonna.
Oh yeah.
That awaits.
Yeah,
them.
it gets hyped up, but not like in the cheery way. It's like the oh shit, what's this island, bro? Where are we going? What's gonna happen? What are we in for?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be sulking here. I mean, we will be sulking, but not the way you think.
Nick Maz, you realize that there's no K at the end of Skull, right? If you took out the K, it would just be called Saul.
No. What I'm saying is that Carl would have made a typo himself. He would have left the K at the end because he didn't know how to spell. That was the Joker, baby.
Okay, I think it's funnier that he just forgot the K, just put Soul. Write down in the comments which one is funnier.
Yeah, Soul.
Yeah,
Soul.
Soul Island or Sulk Island.
Or School Island or School Beach. I've tested the 4K and like I don't know how or exactly, but like the coloring for it is completely different for it. It's like it's much more vast. It's weird.
It seems a lot of coloring for 4Ks is different from the previous versions.
4K transfers are always weird because they're always like different in weird ways that you wouldn't expect.
I mean, do you think it's worse, though, Rick?
I don't know. I have to like test it out because maybe with another TV or something. But
yeah, it'd be a shame because I know Peter Jackson put a lot of effort into the Middle Earth 4K transfers. Like those movies on 4K look incredible.
That wasn't really a good shot there. I could see like digital fuzz or something on that.
Yeah, some of the green/blue screen isn't great at times.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna see it.
The reason is because they didn't have shadowing effects or anything. They didn't have things to cast shadow on them, especially during the Brontosaurus stampede or Brachiosaurus. I don't know.
Whatever.
They're brontosaurs.
I just call them wall necks. No, wall necks. So they had to like just add like they had to like paint a shadow on them, and it doesn't look good. Every time it's like they're so scared of like the skull or something. All I can think about is just that Winnie the Pooh movie, Search for Christopher Robin, how they think they like Christopher Robin and his kidnapped. He went to Skull, and how they.
Yes, I was thinking about that too. Yeah,
It's all I can think of is just the Winnie the Pooh gang going Skull. You stupid Carl.
not the map.
Not the map.
Not the map. Not the map.
Consider this my resignation.
Yeah.
Well, watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish if you haven't seen it yet. Somehow.
I just showed my best friend the movie today. He liked it.
Ah, good.
Saw it for the 5th time, and I was like, you know what?
Wow.
Like that's my 5th time watching. I'm like, you know what? What I've seen this movie so many times. I keep thinking about it. You want to just give it a 5-star?
Mm.
You didn't have it 5-star before?
No.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised.
My theaters just got it back because we have no kids movies, and I'm like, but we're gonna get Mario in like a week and a half. This is pointless.
Hey man, nope. They wanted kids movies, but nobody wanted to see Shazam. So
Nobody wanted to see Shazam.
Rip Shazam.
I wanted to see. People are saying it's going to make less money than Morbius. That's kind of sad.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, it wasn't Shazam in time, but it's always Morbin time.
This proves that there's more fans of Morbius than there are Shazam. They're going to get that one, I can't even pronounce El Merdo or something movie. It's like, Morbius failed, so let's get this more extremely obscure character that appeared as a random character twice in a comic book.
Oh, I forgot what that character's name is. Oh, he's from.
He's just a stupid wrestler. It's played by Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny.
It's just this one-off villain from Peter David's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man run that never appeared ever again.
You might as well just make a big wheel movie. Just give us
big wheel movie.
Dude, you already have a fan base of Donkey. Like, that's already going to give you $8 more than the El Muerto movie. Oh, is he going to say 20,000 fathoms?
Anyway, I just saw it recently, the movie 65, which is a Sony movie. They should have put that movie in the Venomverse. Just for no reason.
Just Adam Driver with the worst dinosaurs of all time just exist in the Venomverse.
Yeah.
Remember when people thought Life was a prequel to Venom or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. Good old simpler times.
I'm looking forward to Venom 3 just because.
Yeah. I still wish Tom Hardy got to direct it, though.
Yeah. Maybe they'll direct Venom 4, because they'll probably be...
Oh, no.
Venom 4 will be the Toy Story 4 of the Venom franchise.
He'll direct the team-up movie between Venom, Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, Madam Web,
and El Muerto and Vulture. That's how it'll go. That's the Sinister Six.
Literally the worst Sinister Six lineup you could possibly create.
I'm aim like, you got Vulture, okay, that's fine. Venom, Okay, that weird point, but all right. The Others.
Bruh.
I mean, did Craven the Hunter was part of the Sinister Six once?
He was, he was part of the original team, but the problem is that he's not going to really be Craven. He's going to be like just Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, but it's just, but we still got Morbius. It's not Morbius. It's just Jared Leto.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Morbius died from morbid out too much. We're just talking about dead memes while we're not watching the movie because it's like it's still like, oh no, we gotta get away from this rock.
We gotta get
Remember when they re-released Morbius because they saw all the memes, so they thought the movie would make money if they re-released it,
and it didn't. And people were like, release it again. Trust me, guys, we were just busy that week.
Oh, Lord.
The first movie to bomb twice. No, the reason why people say start on the island is because the video game, the first mission is just starting on the island. Because they just have a recap of the movie for like less than 2 minutes, how they got on the island, and then now they're like boating onto the island. I know a lot of people played the video game for the movie and like it.
If they did add levels from New York at the beginning of the movie, what would the levels be? Like Carl running away from like who's he running away from? Like the movie agents or the police or whatever? Like that first level would be him running away from them to get to the boat.
Yeah, it's like the opening of The Last of Us where you're just walking.
See, this is before Naughty Dog and how everything was just walking extremely slowly for 2 hours before you actually get gameplay.
Yeah. The Naughty Dog was ahead of the curve before Death Stranding with Kojima. They were the original Strand type game. Staring at a wall dramatically.
Yeah.
But if they had to keep something in, they keep something out. I mean, talk about water, which is like, how is that keeping anything away?
I mean, if it's solid enough,
Yeah, but like, I mean, like, what's it keeping out? Like, it's kind of all like right on the water. Like at the sea monsters, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You see, King Kong Godzilla would have been fighting by now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that green screen.
Look at the faces on the rocks. Some spooky shit.
I think it's also when I had it on 4K because it was different, changing up a lot of things that I didn't see the blue screen that much, but it was also like really bright. So
yeah, it's like the more high definition movies, old movies get or whatever, the more you see some shoddy effects. It's like watching the prequels or on 4K now. It's just like you watch them and you're just like on 4K and it's like, oh my god, look at that! Look at literally see the crop outline around the actors.
For the prequels?
Yeah. I mean, you could basically do that already, but especially on 4K.
That's weird. I would feel like they would have fixed that because they still did changes for the originals. Oh, here we go again.
Oh boy. Skulls.
I have a friend. Skull Island.
I have a friend who's like really freaked out by skeletons, but he also like weirdly likes looking at skeletons because they freak him out.
Yeah. It's weird that I don't think a lot of people are spooked out by just seeing skeletons.
Just because I don't know they're too much part of like with Halloween or whatever. They're too ingrained in.
Yeah, like and you know a lot of like health classes will have like a skeleton, like like a model in the classroom or whatever. So we're kind of more accustomed to it.
And they integrated in like villain character designs for fantasy stuff, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, they're cool. It's metal.
Yeah, but these are dead, real human skulls. So
Who cares?
exactly, that's my point about all this.
Oh jeez. Now this all does look really cool.
Yeah, this looks really good.
I think this is because it was like a practical set, or they used a practical thing, and then digitally edited them in.
Right, it's probably partially practical. It probably didn't build like the whole thing, but like some of it probably is.
You know, they got time
Do we want to talk about the Jimmy subplot, or do we want to wait for that later? Because it doesn't really go anywhere.
Already, so we could talk about it.
Like, what's one of the things that doesn't like really add, because they build it up along with like Carl Danvers' thing, but it pretty much doesn't really. Well, to be fair, Carl Danvers is still there in the end, but Jimmy's whole thing is just not present after Calm gets knocked out, which is weird.
I guess like they just wanted another sort of character on the crew like we could relate to, because everyone else is either like, you know, very hard edge or they're lumpy and insane. So
yeah, but it's weird just that we never see him again.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he could have been involved in the climax a little more, like maybe helping Jack, like try to.
He could have been along with Preston as one of those people that just observed, because like his mentor figure is gone, and now he's just seeing the same thing, just like Preston is, because of all the camera crew were dead. Now he's just like looking at Jack the same way Preston is.
So. Right. Oh, look, the zooms, the low frame rate zooms.
I was gonna say this earlier. I hadn't watched this movie for a long time. Like for the first time, I mean. I had not seen this movie for the first time since before Skull Island came out. It took me a long time to actually watch it, because I was, when I was really young, I was at my grandparents' house, and it was on TV, and this scene coming up with the natives was on, and it just terrified me. So like I was scared for like a while to actually watch this.
Every time he's like, "Look, chocolate," I'm like, I keep thinking of Up. What is this native doing? He's like, what is he doing? He's just like,
sweet chocolate.
I remember when they first invented chocolate. I always hated it. No, this whole sequence spooked me in the theater, because I did see this movie in the theater when it came out. It was one of the earliest theater experiences I remember.
Yeah, old Sean's mom was insane. Just took him to see, you know, edgy stuff. Like, did you see Blade 2 in theaters?
I saw Blade 3 in theaters. I saw Blade 1 and 2 on DVD. Now we're getting into what I think is the weakest part of this film, especially when compared to the original, which is the depiction of the indigenous people on the island, where they're just kind of these very savage cannibals that are just kind of borderline inhuman. It's a bit much. It kind of feels like we're going backwards, because at least in the original film, despite, you know, some of the outdated elements in the original movie, the original movie does like humanize the natives a lot more. Like they feel more like people.
Yeah, they at least feel like a people with a culture.
They even help out. They even help out Denim and the others to keep back calm.
Yeah, and you know, there's the whole thing when Kong's going through the village at the end, where like you're very much meant to feel bad for them. Well, here they're just
because
they're just like monsters.
You see like a native baby in the original. It's like, oh no, Kong's gonna step on it, so the mom is like trying to get him out of the way. So that was like a tense thing. Like, I was one to ask that because people say that this movie is more like one person I saw. Of course, it's on Twitter. Of all things, they say this movie is more racist than the original because of the way they depict the natives in this movie.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that when it comes to the depiction of the natives. I do think it's arguably more racist than the original film, even though the original film is more problematic and outdated in other ways. But when it comes to the natives specifically, this very much feels regressive. It feels like we're kind of going back. It feels like we switched them.
It feels like Peter Jackson was just really wanting to like scratch his horror itch, and he decided to do it here for some reason.
Why is her like? I just noticed her finger looked like she was giving the middle finger.
It's like fuck you.
Oh no! There's a necklace.
We got more of those zooms.
Oh my God, Peter Jackson, what were you thinking?
They wanted to just make everything on the island really scary because he's a horror director.
Yeah, but not like this. Not like this.
Like you have a big ape and you got like a bunch of dinosaurs. You can just use that to be scary. You don't need to use these.
I wanted to say though, do you think it would be realistic if like humans were to like live on this type of island because of how like sadistically we later see the island as? Do you think like they would probably act like this? Because I'm trying to be devil's advocate here.
I mean,
I'm not. Because, you understand what I mean?
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't think so because they're clearly living because they have the wall, so they're clearly like away from all the craziness that's on the other side of the wall. Mm-hmm. So like, I guess we don't get enough context for like, oh, do they go past the wall for like food or stuff? Do they like regularly encounter the animals at all or anything? Like we don't really get enough context.
I feel like the main thing is like there's no sense of culture with them. Like maybe
there's no
the third. Actually, if you think about it, the original had more culture because they have to offer calm a lady to appease him, and we could just assume if they don't, like he would come and like destroy the wall. So that's why.
That's what we're saying. Like in the original movie, they feel more like people. They feel more like an actual like indigenous tribe. Like they actually try to communicate with Carl and his boys. They're not just like fucking these pure animalistic fucking demons. They're just like. Yeah, but like what Nick said, like there's no sense of community, there's no sense of culture. Like even in tribes that are like heavily secluded, like in the wilderness, there's still like a sense of culture and community because that's just how humans are.
I was just, you know what I was trying to play devil's advocate and see.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. It's a good conversation to have.
Yeah, but it is really iffy depicted in this.
Oh yeah, it's the worst part of the movie, in my opinion.
Oh, here's that CGI. This guy that didn't look good.
Look at him go.
Yeah, this is pretty. Yeah. See, they're sophisticated enough to you to do that though.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, because we got to have this happen.
Yeah, they gotta go. Wee.
It's even like less. Like, because even in the 76 remake, they say, hey, we'll trade you some of our women for her, just like in the original. Like, they don't have that. They just hear Kong roar, and they're like, oh, I guess we will just use her because she screamed. And
I guess she likes that, I guess, or something.
That's weird. I just realized that. That's like one thing they regressed for a movie that just expands so much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like how cool would it have been if like since this movie's longer anyway, if we like explored like the culture and like we kind of spent more time with the natives, like maybe like Carl and his boys, they kind of like they stay like a night in the village or something, and we kind of learn a little bit more about the culture, and then we get into the Kong stuff at some point.
Because after the Kong first appears, the natives completely disappear from the movie.
Oh yeah, they're just gone when they like trap Kong or whatever and with the wall.
Even in the '76 remake, even though they don't help them out, you see them like come out after they finally like take out Kong in the '76 one.
Yeah, they're still there.
This kind of, I don't want to hate the movie more. I don't hate the movie. I just don't want to like. I don't want to like the movie less. Now that
we're just giving some criticism for a movie that we all love. You know, and
hey, you could still.
This is still my top. Oh, blood.
Heated.
No, like I mean, I still think this is the best King Kong film. It's just that this one element
movie.
I do think is yes, true. I just think this specific element is like worse than the other ones.
Well, I know that you really love this movie and like you're really iffy on the other ones, so that's kind of nice to hear, I guess.
Of course.
No, this is still in my top 100 favorite films.
Mm-hmm. I do like the music in this.
If you ever been to, I don't think you guys have ever been, because I went to the Universal Studios one in Florida, where they had people portray as the natives, and like as you're waiting in line, they're hiding behind like rocks and stuff. They like sort of jump out with a hand and stuff to spook you, and stuff like that. While you're waiting in line, you just hear the chanting and stuff of this woman, and like this tribal stuff before you're able to get on.
Wow.
Yeah,
like what's this weird like? Oh, look at their eyes rolled back. Look at this. It's like okay, you're being okay. This is it's not great.
I think the other thing is that he really wanted to make Skull Island just absolute like a hellhole. Like nobody is good in this. Besides the Brontosaurus, like those are the only like nice things.
Nice guys.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. They trample people. So.
Yeah, but that was on accident.
They're herbivores.
Yeah, but that was accidental. Dude, there's a part in the video game where you have to like dodge the Brontosaurus stampede. Ultratron, you gotta get it on the 360 or something like that. You gotta play that. Seriously.
Maybe someday.
Is it on Game Pass?
No, unfortunately, you have to have it physically. And of course,
there's a retro game store by my where I live. So
it was pretty much on literally every console. So.
Yeah, maybe I'll see if it's on my PS3 there. Or I could shell like $300 for it or something. Probably more.
Don't get like the PSP or DS version. Just get the PS2 or something. I don't know.
Like, yeah, come get this, come get this white woman.
Yeah, the way it's depicted in the remake of just offering her is like really cool, compared to just like
this whole like set piece is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they all set up by lava though? That's like you gotta get a better setup for your. Well, I guess it's also the.
Is that lava or is it just fire?
Yeah, but it's like dripping down.
I guess, yeah. I guess it is lava.
Or just
It's I don't know what it is. This is weird.
Looks like fire. It doesn't look like lava. It looks like it's just fire.
Peter, what have you done?
Peter,
It's a stylistic choice.
Explain.
Hey Peter. Hey Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Peter.
Oh Lord,
Oh, this is so cool.
There we go.
Are you coming?
it's Optimus Primal.
Yes.
Leaked footage of Rise of the Beast.
He's gonna enter his optimal Optimus form.
Freaking like.
Oh, yeah.
The monkey.
I like the smoke and all that. Oh, yeah, it's so good.
It's like Godzilla 2014.
A little similar vibes.
In term, hour and 10 minutes in as when Kong shows up.
See, Godzilla would have won by now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his fingers. Look how detailed his fingers are.
Bye natives.
Maybe the idea is that they killed them all. Maybe that's.
Kill them all, Peter.
It took me a second to remember what you were referencing.
It's so God.
Maybe it's just because it's Blu-ray quality, but I remember Kong's like silhouette and face being a lot more hidden by the smoke.
I don't know. Maybe it's also a little bit compressed on my end because it wasn't like fully lossless. Or maybe it's just Mandela effect.
Probably.
It
still looks so good.
Look at Andy Serkis' eyes on a monkey.
The monkey is loose.
Don't fall off the thing, Adrian Brody. It's not.
Yes,
You don't got that much space.
Man. I like in the video game where there's a part where you just kill the natives as calm.
Fuck the natives.
Because it's like, how dare you do this to Anne? So it's like, yeah, you just let. Also, they're just attacking him, so he just attacks them back. So
How dare you give her? How dare you give her to me as a sacrifice? I'll kill you, but then I'm still gonna take her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's hot. And I'm alone.
I don't know. I feel like Naomi Watts is. Maybe it's because I need to see more movies with her, but she only looked good in this movie, personally.
Wow. Hot take. I
don't remember any other movies I've seen with her. Let me see. Let me do some research.
Yeah,
research.
The ring.
Quote unquote research.
The Impossible, that tsunami movie with Ewan McGregor and Tom Holland as their kid.
Something about Tom Holland.
Yeah, they should get Tom Holland to play Jack Driscoll in the MonsterVerse. In the modern.
She apparently did do additional voices in Babe, Pig in the City.
Wow!
Oh, sweet! Voices. That's a winner right there.
Soul.
Oh, here comes that extended cut.
Oh, she was in The Ring. She was in my childhood trauma film.
That's what. Yeah, I said that already.
Oh, right, I forgot. I'm sorry. We've been here for a while already.
This
Another
is
2 hours,
the-
maybe.
This is the extended cut. The deleted scene. This is supposed to be like a mirror of the Stegosaurus from the original, but it's a different animal. I forgot what they call it, but it's an imaginary one. They have quite a few different like creature sequences in this.
Does this cut have the one with the bird, or was that just a deleted scene?
No, this has the extent that has it.
Yeah.
And that's the only practical effect for the creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot if that was actually put back into the movie or if that was just left on the deleted scenes.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's one of those weird Skull Island
Like,
Triceratops.
Yeah.
Some kind of Stegosaurus.
Triceratops,
Like this is
yeah.
like the first creature they encounter.
So big, jeez.
I mean, aren't Triceratops supposed to be really big anyway?
I mean, they are. It's just that I forget sometimes. I just forget how big they were.
This has like a bunch of horns.
I do like the creature designs in this movie and how, like, instead of the idea being like these are literally just dinosaurs from like back then and they're just like the same, like they actually like thought about like, oh, like let's have them like be different. So like it's kind of like the idea that they've evolved into like different species since they've been secluded on this island for all this time. So it's like it's not literally just a Triceratops, it's not literally just a T-Rex. It's like they're like their own thing.
Yeah, they evolved.
Yeah, it's cool.
And inbred in terms of the V-Rexes, apparently.
Yeah, I told
Yeah,
you.
apparently, yeah. Supposedly, that's why the V-Rexes look like really fucked up because they're inbred or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now we're back to the regular cut.
Oh, some cool looking trees.
I think this one of my least favorite parts is just the random experience of just randomly going through all this, and then Colin just randomly, I don't know what he's doing here. It's just so weird. I don't know why. Like, what is he even doing?
Well, I think the idea is supposed to be we're from Anne's perspective, so like we don't really like know what he's doing.
Yeah, but but we don't really know why he just like stops and just kind of moves around like that. I just think it's just a really unnecessary thing.
It is a little weird, yeah.
I think that's the idea. I think what he's kind of looking around to see if he's being like followed or something.
Yeah, but
And
he
his bearing.
keeps doing it. Like he doesn't really.
Yeah, because we kind of see like on the ground like all like the humans or whatever. So like maybe like he like killed some of them here or something. I guess there's a lot that needs to be inferred.
Mm-hmm.
It does go on for a bit long. It's still going.
Yeah, I think that's the more so the problem. It just goes on for too long. If it was shorter, I think it'd be fine.
Like I don't even know why he stopped here if he was like trying to just go to his lair. Like what was it he's really doing? Just moving her around, back and forth. Was he just testing to see if she'd die or not?
Maybe. I mean, maybe it's just like a weird like curiosity thing. It's just like, oh, what's it?
I just feel like it was a half-baked idea. Just to like say,
Yeah, sure.
oh, he killed other women here, but it's like, did you really need to extend it that long and have to like portray it like that? Mm-hmm. Skull Island. Well, this is a pretty colorful part right here. Because it's very saturated for most of the movie. Like, not saturated, like desaturated.
Desaturated,
yeah. Which isn't really... Which is what I was going to say about, like, the 4K for some reason. Like, they changed a lot of it. I guess it depends on what I'm playing it on. I think this is another one. Or maybe not. I just remember Andy Serkis just getting mad and he just shoots these bugs. A homage to the classic scene from Alien Resurrection.
When Ron Perlman shoots a spider.
Yeah.
This iconic scene.
Yeah, I remember, like, your dog. You're trying to like get further along this thing, and you have like the brontosauruses coming through on a stampede, and then you're also trying to like get out of the way of those ventosauruses, like those raptor things. They're also chasing you through it, so it's pretty hectic. And at one point, like, you're on a raft trying to defend yourself from two V-Rexes that are coming at you from one left side and right side. It's really crazy.
Mm-hmm. Very chaotic.
You guys gotta play it sometime.
Big gorilla.
Yeah.
There's only one creature capable of leaving a footprint that size. Abominable snowman.
That's very funny.
We're not in the Himalayas, Andy Serkis.
Yeah,
We need him to play the abominable snowman in a movie, just so this joke makes sense now as a meta joke.
Oh my god! Yeah, we got it. Like maybe in the Planet of the Apes universe.
No, he should have been in that one random animated movie where there was like it wasn't abominable. Smallfoot. Yeah, he should have been. He should have been in Smallfoot.
I was gonna say, like, maybe in the Planet of the Apes reboot prequel continuity, maybe all like the cryptid like ape people are like real and they get affected by the virus. So that there we can have Andy Serkis as the abominable snowman. You know, the sauropods are called Brontosaurus because at the time Brontosaurus wasn't considered like a real dinosaur anymore. So they're like, oh, well, maybe these made up dinosaurs can be called Brontosaurus. But now we know that Brontosaurus actually is a valid species. So I guess now these are just like the one dinosaurs that are like that still just are just the same kind of. I think anatomically they're still very different though. Doesn't matter.
I'm getting some major Mandela effect. I thought this happened way later in the movie. I
do sometimes forget like the order of like all the big creature scenes sometimes.
And here comes the part. It's like, this movie has bad CGI.
I mean, it's still like directed wise. It's still a well constructed set piece. There's just some bad effects.
And also just like, it just doesn't feel like they're like you can feel that they're just like CGI putting the CG around them instead of like properly coordinating. Like, okay, this is where this thing is gonna step on you. This is where this thing is stepping on. Just like, oh, just run, and then we'll just like figure out like where the dinosaurs are gonna go.
It's kind of the thing that the Star Wars prequels had as well, where they just have you like look at a dot. That was, I guess, a thing that was. This is sort of one of the problems that I guess The Hobbit would also have, where a lot of it was more CG.
I mean, there's just the beginning of like a lot more CG. Blah blah is getting more popular. With actors getting acclimated to acting against nothing.
Here we go.
Oh Lord, they coming.
He's dead.
Oh, you idiot! That was a good delivery.
See, they had to they had to digitally like just make him darker in scenes because they couldn't. They didn't think to add like shadows to them because they didn't coordinate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it just feels like they're just running and then they just like put all this shit around them. It doesn't feel like
These type of raptors.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hello.
Like this thing is still like fun. Like if you ignore it, like dude, he just jumps and kicks them.
Hello.
You gotta be natty.
So freaky looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can, especially because the legs keep moving in and out, and like the shadow on his head doesn't change at all.
Oh yeah,
it's inconsistent. Step. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Wilhelm scream maybe.
They need to replace that with "Holy crap."
Holy crap!
Jamie Bell just jumping against falling rocks.
This is just a precursor to that one scene. Battle of the Five Armies.
Jumping up the rocks. Falling.
This movie was just like a in between Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I think this scene right here is probably the worst of it, when they all pile up on each other.
Big old pratfall.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, seriously.
I feel bad for them though.
Tumbling down, tumbling
damn.
down.
Like, this doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
Bop, 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 bop. Get the camera. Wait. No, come on. Like, do you
Yeah, like at
do you need a
this point, Carl is
tripod?
still like, well, no, I mean, Carl is saying that he's trying to pull him up, so he's not like totally like not caring about
Yeah.
them yet.
No, yeah, like I said, I think it's more so just that he gets too caught up in his passion for making the movie that he ends up.
I think it's only just kind of that
losing
one.
sight.
I feel like it's just only that one time, though. I kind of wish there was like more, like a more constant display of that sort of behavior.
No, I could see that. Yeah.
Which is why a lot of people like don't like the performance that much because it is mostly just sleaziness without that empathy.
Well, I don't even think that's. So I don't even think that's really much of a performance thing. I think that's just how this version of Carl was written. Yeah.
Anyways, that we're finally seeing the giant monkey in full.
Yes.
And
And
this
this
is-
big old furry Andy Circus.
Oh, here we go. Here's an. We just saw him for a second, but we had to go back to an extended scene in the extended
Yes.
cut. Well, this is still part of the theatrical because he makes the same promise. I want to put the proceeds to his wife and kids.
Finish it. Donate the proceeds to his wife and kids.
I'll smell BS.
Come on, guys, we need more rope.
Yeah, this is the part of the extended scene.
Eaglehorn sails in 9 hours. So, we gotta find Miss Darrow. Hey, you think we're gonna be stranded here?
Wait, no, this is still part of it. The regular.
Darrow was a great gal. No question. Wonderful person. It's a terrible loss, and we're all gonna miss her. No, tough guy who stay on the screen. I just figured you for a coward. Hey, pal. Hey, wake up. Heroes don't look like me, not in the real world. In the real world, they got bad teeth, a bald spot, and a beer gut. I'm just an actor with a gun. Be seen. Anyone else?
But then he comes back.
Yeah, as Ultron said, I would say he does a Han Solo.
Yes.
I'm sure Lumpy would have needed him at his time of need after he got bored to death. So in this, they directly make him vegetarian. Apparently, in the original, or according to just like tie-in material, the original King Kong is a carnivore.
Well, we see him put a person in his mouth in the original movie.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah,
Anyways,
I mean, he does bite them, but I think he lets them go. But apparently, he's a carnivorous.
yeah, but the idea for him to be a vegetarian in this movie was actually Andy Serkis's idea. That wasn't
Yeah.
originally part of the movie. But Andy Serkis is like, nah, he's got to be vegetarian like a real gorilla.
like a real.
That's another thing that I just kind of iffy about why I don't like give it a 10 out of 10 because I feel like they made him too much like a gorilla because I like the idea that he looks like a gorilla but not exactly like one. Like he sort of has behavior like one, but he doesn't like have he still has like human elements to him that aren't part of like a gorilla or like an ape.
He attaches
I
to
definitely-
a human.
I
Like-
definitely think it would have been interesting if they like at least like designed him a little bit to be like a little bit more different than a gorilla to kind of like tie in with like the rest of the animals of the island, how like they're not all quite like exactly like animals we already know. But I also do like him just being a big ass gorilla because I think it makes it I don't know. I think it makes him more endearing in a way. Cause like we know gorillas in real life, and people like gorillas in real life, and you know there's something
I think
there's
that
something
I think there's a reason why is that because most people just think that this is the original King Kong. People will say, "Oh, King Kong is just a giant silverback. There's nothing to his design. He's just a big gorilla." Like, there's more subtle nuances to like King Kong's design and a bunch of things that people don't
I
really
gotta
see.
be honest. I'm pretty sure if
Who
it,
thinks that this is the original King Kong movie?
Well, I already told you, like most people, because it's because if you think about it, like most people in the populace just think this is the original because this was like released in 2005. The other ones were like decades apart. Like the Toho films weren't really like aren't really known unless you're like a movie buff or like a kaiju fan. And you
I
only
don't
really have like 76, which is sort of a lost hidden film that is known by some people, and then you just have the original, which most like
I
film buffs
don't
know.
I don't think it's so much people think this is the original King Kong. I think it's just that this is the one people know the most. I think this is the one that's the most in the cultural consciousness more than anything.
I think that's just
Because
another
King
thing.
arrived.
I guess that's I could use that as my point is that people just use this as the point that this is what King Kong should be, even though it like does things different from like other King Kong. Like he's exclusively walking on all fours, and he's like realistically portrayed here than he is like in the other ones.
Anyway, love this scene.
Right.
I thought we were gonna keep talking about it, but I guess not.
I mean,
Yeah, but like we're gonna by the time we're done with the conversation, we're gonna be like past this scene, and this is great
Yeah.
because it really exudes Kong's personality.
Mm-hmm.
He's a silly gorilla, but he's also probably a misogynist.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants women to dance for him.
I saw a magazine at the time of this movie's release that like how realistic is he like Kong compared to a gorilla. The only like thing that they is not realistic is that how expressive he is in his face.
oh yeah, of course. 'Cause, you know, they want Andy Serkis's performance to come through.
We're just saying something because gorillas are pretty expressive.
Oh yeah.
That makes me. Oh, you know what? You guys want to? I'll give you this scene. We'll just show that. I just realized his lip has like chappedness to it.
Yeah. I don't mind that Kong. This is some real incel behavior from Kong right here.
From the shit fit.
Mad. Got him.
Mm-hmm.
He's all sad. He's like shit.
It's me when I stub my toe.
Yes. When I step on a Lego.
Think about life. Regret.
Well, there you go.
They need to release a cut of this movie where it's just Andy Serkis. Just a big ass Andy Serkis.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was funny in the scenes when he's like directly interacting with Naomi Watts. They have him like in this like big ass like not a suit, but it's like this big ass contraption that like puts him like at the height that Kong is. It's really funny.
And here we're back in the extended cut.
The scene wasn't in the theatrical cut.
Nope.
No, yeah.
Instead
One of the big ones.
of a water brontosaurus at the time, because they thought, they can't be on land because of how massive it is. It was just crushed under its own weight, like the Godzilla thing. Even though that was proven wrong, they have some weird giant piranha thing. I don't know. Oh, these are like the main first enemies of the game.
Big ass centipede looking boys.
Yeah, and a lot of times you just grab the sticks and you throw them. Yeah.
Whack them.
Let me throw a stick at him.
Yeah. Green screen in the back.
It doesn't look as bad here.
Blue screen, because everything was blue screen with this movie.
I think most of the stuff here looks pretty good.
I don't know, it's just probably my end. I swear that there was probably some sort of promotional thing. I don't know if it was official or not, but it was because it was both Universal. It was the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus versus King Kong 2005. Now that I'm thinking of it, because of the little spine coming out of the water. The WAD. Yeah. There he goes. Is that the film equipment? Yeah. There he is. Gonna have to get him. No. Why are they moving so slow, though? It's so weird. You can't move that slow.
I wonder, did they even actually shoot this underwater?
I highly doubt it.
Or are they just moving slowly on a green screen?
That might just be it. That's why it looks weird and why they deleted it in the first place. Yeah. Well, thank goodness he got him back. I'm certain that he'll survive to the end of the movie. Got him.
You have to be called up and gun, baby.
See, this is why they cut it, and because people don't watch the extended cut, that here's him trying to kill it.
I love the boat.
Denim, you idiot. Denim, you idiot. I remember the line in the original movie, like how they said there's like have more crew to like 3 times stacked to explain why you can have like so many body counts and stuff like that. They never say that in this, so it's just like endless amounts of random people who die.
Like this guy.
Yeah, man, caught in 4K. Whatever 4K was in 1933.
Caught him in
Had it on an eight-
caught him in
had it on an 8
1p.
millimeter, baby.
Caught him in 1p. 2p.
64 bits. 32 bits.
Yeah. Time for more demise of the people.
Demise of the people.
We love to see it. Oh yeah, this is it. This is like another extended cut.
No, he won't be shot in. How could he do this?
You got it. So we can officially call King Kong 2005 Tokusatsu.
Kind of looks bad, honestly. The head didn't look that great.
Well, you stinking on Binky.
Maybe that's why they cut it, because it didn't look great.
Well, how about we cut you instead?
I'm going to take a pass on that.
We'll cut you out of the commentary.
Bruh, that's a lot of editing.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm too lazy.
See, maybe you could have done that if we all recorded our audio separately, but since we're all recording over on Discord, I can't do that.
Got him. It's not about being brave. It just means about shooting the giant monkey with a small pistol.
It's not about being brave. It's about shooting.
No, that's because it's what he said. That's his line.
I know.
We got the monkey inside. Well, that's some CG right there.
Uh-oh.
Day is.
Dude, he swiped him so like hard right there. He should have broken his neck or back.
Yeah, suspension disbelief.
Oh yeah, it's the long scene, baby.
Yes. Look at me.
Yeah, look at me.
You gotta run, Jimmy.
He's trying to read him with the monkey.
See, now I'll give you 60 seconds to get over the log. No, wait, no, never mind.
Yeet.
Shoot him in the head. These idiots didn't move back on the log. Yo, it's those structures in the video game. is kind of cool. I'm getting ahead of myself, but way ahead of myself. But it's cool that Peter Jackson decided to give the new audience the Spider Pit sequence, since the
Yes.
original never did.
Oh yeah.
And then he spent the money to just straight up recreate it for real in the 33 style.
Mm-hmm. Do you miss Colin is like shaking it and like one person falls head first into the ravine and it just like ragdolls and like dies instead of just them all falling from here.
Freaking dies.
Okay, now we gotta go back to Anne because she was just kind of running through this whole thing in the extended cut. Doug.
It's Doug.
Peter Jackson's Doug.
The OG dog.
I didn't realize in this movie, I thought he just teleported to the other side, but there were just two photons. Or two Dougs.
Right.
I just thought he had slasher villain teleportation. Which is funny because in the Friday the 13th game, that's just a canonical thing they have, is that they can just teleport. That explains why they just teleport all over the place, or like they're just from one place and then the other.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't notice because I was like, oh, that one in the background is like running away. I'm dumb because I just was focusing on the dead one. And then here comes this unnecessary like nose fetish thing. I don't know.
What? Rick, what are you saying?
I don't know. Like it's gonna go up in her nostrils. People are weird. I don't know why she's still... Because I'm like, why is she not doing anything? She's just like... Oh, it's going in her mouth or something. I thought it was her nostrils. I have a Mandela effect.
Damn.
Maybe it did. I'm just like... I love how the V-Rex is just like... Just standing there like it wasn't like... It was just eating right there and it just hurt her. This is supposed to be the juvenile.
Right. Because it's like a family. It's like a juvenile, a male and a female.
Mm-hmm. It depends on the crest, I believe, of their head.
Yeah, and the coloration is a little different between them.
Mm-hmm.
Like one's more green and one's more like gray.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this guy's just multitasking. He's trying to eat fucking Doug and chase her at the same time. Having some problems doing that.
I just find it weird that the just another one is just standing right by the log for no reason.
Maybe he was chowing down something right below the log.
It's right next to it, though. This is the male. I never noticed like the little flies that are coming in and out of its mouth.
Yeah.
It's mosquitoes.
I never noticed that either.
I said a nat 20 on stealth.
Here we go, boys. Best kaiju fight of all time.
No, they're not big enough. It's not Japanese.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very much excess. Peter Jackson went, okay, but okay, instead of Kong fighting one T-Rex, he fights 3.
See, this is
But it doesn't matter because it's amazing.
it's the power of threes in this movie. It's like this is like the 3rd time they have the story retold. So it's like, hey, why not 3 T-Rexes? Why not 3 times the Brontosaurus? Why not 3 times the hours on the movie?
It's like the tagline for Alien 3. 3 times, whatever that poster said. 3 times the terror.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I want to see, like, what if Khan never had a hand in his hand? Like, how fast would he just, like, wipe the floor with them?
Kong sweep.
Yeah. And then there's the mom. The first one that's taken out is the juvenile, then the mom, then the father. I love how he just denies him with his fist.
He just fucking grabs his feet.
It's just fucking switching King. And in his hand. Good shit.
Yeah. And then rock!
Yeah, rock. I throw a rock at him.
I threw a smack.
Part of my edit for him killing Khan in name only. He just pushes them. I love. Ooh, uppercut. And then. Ow,
How about I bite you?
I was gonna say, I love how the V-Rex uses his legs to just drag itself along with its head so it would keep up on the rock so he wouldn't fall.
Yeah.
And, oh, somersault! Look at that background, that's so good.
Oh yeah, this whole sequence looks great.
But put a lot of money.
Throw all the money. So, like, we know we're gonna make an amazing write-off for this or something, like, 10 years later.
Bam. Boom. Ah.
Yeah, this just escalates to an insane degree. Now they're dangling over a cliffside.
If they really wanted to escalate even further, they should have made those bats like freaky monster creatures that try to eat her.
Yeah. Yeah, but how would they get away with it? Would the T-Rex just keep eating them?
Maybe. I just love the big brain on this V-Rex just swinging himself across the way.
Like, what if I just swing?
Uh-oh, we got an intruder. We should have put it on private.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Third person.
We're doing a Kong and Terry.
Yeah,
King Kong 05.
we are being recorded, Tim, so please, no slurs.
That's not... Oh, this is my friend Rogue Sasquatch. If you want to follow him on YouTube as well, and maybe even Twitter. He likes baseball.
I mean, Twitter is just me complaining about baseball, so, like...
So
Just non-stop Red Sox.
Yankee slander.
Yeah, but that's always
anyways,
good.
you missed half the peak kaiju fight.
That cut was a little weird. Oh, we're getting the iconic shot.
The superhero landing.
Is that a monkey?
I will remind people that the reason why he has like a crooked jaw was because it was based on a pug that was inbred who had a crooked jaw and like a snargle tooth hanging out. That's why they give it on Kong. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
First, he rips his tongue out for no reason. And then we just get a recreation, nearly everything from the original.
Yeah.
We gotta do the iconic jaw rip.
Yeah. Punches it.
Punch him.
It's more gory than I remember just
Yes.
looking at it.
Yeah.
Good shit. One of the best
Good shit.
CG spectacle fights ever. I just love a Colin Geary. He thinks he's so cool. He's just waiting for Anne to just like come to him.
There's the poster. Screenshot that.
There's the poster. Write that down.
You can see that blue around her hair here.
Hmm. Fucking bloop. God, Kong's so full of himself. It's great.
Sigma male energy.
Yes.
Look at that booty.
Dick.
And then he just fucking swings her on her shoulder. And Kong thinks he's so cool. He's so cool.
Flipping her over your shoulder with Riz.
Mm-hmm.
I only just found out what a Riz meant the other day. I
Really?
didn't care enough to figure it out.
Hey, Tim, do you want to do a... I asked you before, but do you want to do a commentary on the 33 film?
Sure.
Yeah, I gotta get these videos out, man.
Monkey Month.
Yeah, so many videos.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talk about a bunch of monkey stuff. Doesn't even have to be
Monkey
King Kong.
forever. Get some Mighty Joe Young, some other monkeys.
Rampage.
Mario movie review.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
because Donkey Kong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, John, you gotta watch. You gotta do commentary of
Donkey
every episode
Kong
of
Country
Donkey Kong, the
Speed
TV
Play.
series.
Or speed run.
We have to make Ultratron watch an episode of Donkey Kong TV series. Make him overcome his fear of that as well.
Which one would you prefer, Ultratron? Freaking the TV show, Donkey Kong TV show, or The Ring?
The Donkey Kong TV show, because the Donkey Kong TV show will make me laugh. So
Okay, that would make you.
TV show.
I thought it would just like.
Oh, we gotta.
Oh, here we go. Tim, what did you think of this thing when you first saw it?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the spider
Pit
pit scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of knew about it because I actually didn't watch this movie in full up until like I was older, and so I kind of knew that this was a thing. I just never really like. It was definitely more graphic than I thought it was going to be, but
It definitely pushes the limits of the PG-13 rating.
Okay.
It isn't necessarily bloody or gory. It's just like
yeah, but it's
it's
gross.
horrific.
Oh, well, there goes Tomo.
yeah.
Yeah, he was too scared.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it freaked him out too much.
When he saw the worm things, he's like, "I'm out." Giant cricket bugs.
You slash them. No, Lumpy.
But no.
And this is where Carl Dem literally becomes the Joker.
No, this is where he goes Dicko mode. One random person gets pulled in by that claw. The giant claw. Oh no.
Bruh. Press F to pay respects.
The fact that I know that there's someone out there that has a fetish for this is what depresses me the most in life.
Oh no, Annie Circus, no!
No!
Press F.
That's probably his worst death in anything. Not even Gollum.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I just realized Andy Serkis dies in a lot of movies.
I mean, this is another scene also where, like, I'm pretty sure they just told the actors to swing wildly and then they would just animate
That's what they
the
did.
pugs around them.
I think
But
that
I mean,
was one of
Yeah,
the...
but
not
it
as
feels
noticeable
it's more
either.
effective though. It feels more effective though. Like
I think it's because it's
very
also
chaotic.
because in this situation, like, they are trying to frantically survive, so they're just moving wildly just so they could.
right in this situation, you would probably move a lot more frantically. So yeah, I guess that.
Uh-oh, big bugs.
The big boys. You're playing with the big boys now.
Big old spider boys, the crab hands.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to think if I remembered anything from some creature design that had that as well.
Oh, yeah. Because I need a hero to save you.
How did they go around surviving?
Woohoo!
They had guns. Well,
The others had
everyone else.
guns.
But...
POV, you just got crushed by dead spider claw. For a second, I was going to ask Tim what he thought of him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he ran out."
Hey, he died. He
Yeah.
died. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a cameo from Rogue Sasquatch slash Timothus slash Tim.
I'll put that in the title or something. I don't know, featuring Rogue Sasquatch. Who's Rogue Sasquatch?
Who? The world may never know.
Maybe in my Com 33 commentary.
Yeah, how are you going to release this? Because, like, we recorded this first.
I'm just gonna release them whenever, cause probably when I have the reviews for the said movie. Yeah, here's one of those creatures that was only in here in the theatrical cut. I know you see Kong climbing the large stairs. Oh, you see a huge skull right there.
The dead Kongs.
Oh, no more cameo, I guess.
Bruh moment.
Like, the Return of the King.
No, you were just scared. You waited until like the Spire Pit scene was over. You were scared.
What?
Spooked.
You were spooked by it.
Because you
No, my
disconnected
phone
us.
died.
Your phone died exactly when the Spire Pit scene started.
And then you come back when it ends.
Yeah.
It's conspiracy.
This scene's so pretty.
Did it actually just end?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how long this scene is. I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Yeah, but maybe you should rewatch it for Monkey Month. I don't know.
Because it's Kino, because it's cinema.
If I have
Did
3
you-
hours to
did you
spend,
know-
maybe.
Did you know Anna Wingard was supposed to apparently like do a sequel to this because Jackson approached him like 2013. So I guess there was an idea to do a sequel. That's what he said like during the press for Godzilla vs. Kong.
What wasn't? I remember, wasn't Skull Island initially pitched as like a prequel?
But that was for like the 33 film, but that was under Universal. That might have been it, but I don't think
Skull
so.
Island was originally going to be in like 1917 or something.
Yeah.
It would be like a World War I movie.
And I don't think that would have been the case because if he said 2013, they got the project greenlit after Godzilla 2014. So it must have been something else.
Maybe.
I mean, there was probably an earlier Kong project that just kind of turned into Skull Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe like early on when they were just like, oh, we want to do another King Kong movie, and they were just kind of throwing out ideas.
Because when Skull Island was initially announced, it wasn't part of the MonsterVerse.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, but what if it was? Well, there was no MonsterVerse. So like, okay, but what if we put it in the same universe?
What if we created the MonsterVerse?
Yeah.
Oh, look at those hairs.
The deets.
He's also in this movie for like 46 minutes, so that's longer than any Godzilla appearance.
I mean, this movie is also
the movie's
like
also
twice as
longer.
long.
Yeah, but still, like I can look at my percentage. Like I know there's like how long he's in it for like minutes, but I can compare it to like the rest of the movie and ratio it.
He also shows
Ratio.
Up he also does show up like an hour in as his first appearance. So in like a 2-hour span, is it 46 minutes? It's like half of that.
Yeah, that's like a close. That's a long time.
I mean, it is also easier to follow Kong as like a primary character than Godzilla just by the nature of the character.
I never really understood that because I feel like you could still make Godzilla like similar to that because you can give him those traits.
I don't disagree with that. I just think it's like just the concept of Kong. It's much easier to do.
Yeah, because he's by design.
It's just because like by nature he's more emotive and he's more like because apes are very human kinda. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't know how to say it. Like, I know
No,
what I'm
it's
saying.
like it's easy. It's easier for an audience to connect
Yeah.
with like a big gorilla than it would be a big lizard, especially because lizards have this kind of like alien quality to them and are like cultural consciousness.
Also, I just think conceptually as a character, Godzilla, especially the way they set him up in the MonsterVerse, he is very mythological. Where I can understand why him not appearing throughout, and more consistently is, why they decided to execute it that way. He's just kind of above everything or whatever, especially the way he's been in like 2014.
He's more of a quote unquote god. It's in the name.
Yeah,
yeah.
Godzilla also doesn't really interact one-on-one with people.
Well, what if he did?
Godzilla's
But what
more
if he did?
separated. He's
But
more
what if-
separated.
Yeah, but what if he did?
It would just kind of feel a little out of character. At least in the MonsterVerse, maybe you could.
I'm
Find
just saying
a way.
MonsterVerse. I'm just saying like in general.
I mean, it would also just feel like it would just feel really different for the character. I'm not sure that it would really work.
But then you got all the people
Yeah,
like
it would-
who are you like more? Oh, Godzilla. King Kong's stinky.
Yeah, true.
So it's like, do people relate to King Kong more then? Or is it just a loud
I mean,
minority?
that's just kaiju. That's just kaiju fans.
It's like,
That's just
wait a
kaiju
minute.
fans.
Like, wait a minute. It's like, I relate to King Kong more, but I want Godzilla to beat up King Kong. Does that mean I want Godzilla to beat up me? What does that say?
Yes, Nick.
I want Godzilla to step on me.
You have a fetish for that.
Mm.
No, it's because with kaiju fans, they like their badassery and their kaiju fights, right? So and like Kong's a lot more of a there's a lot more emphasis on the sadness and the tragedy of Kong than there is on Godzilla, because a lot of Godzilla movies are just like, oh, look at Godzilla fight this monster, man, isn't this so cool? With the King Kong films, it's usually more like, oh man, look at King Kong.
Godzilla definitely has more of like a Jason Voorhees kind of quality to him, where it's like the appeal of him is just his badassery and just his presence. He has that sort of like Jason kind of quality to him.
Mm-hmm. I just looked,
which is kind of fitting because Jason also isn't very like emotive.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of just a very like stern kind of.
Well, I just looked.
Yeah.
So, in the theatrical version, the 2005 King Kong is in it for 46 minutes and 27 seconds out of a 3 hour and 7 minute movie. That's 24.8%. With the extended, he's like in it for a minute more, but because it's like an extra 15 minutes, it's 23.8%. But if I go by the theatrical, that's 24.8%. And look at like the longest screen time with Mechagodzilla 2, it would be 24.7. So he's 0.1% more in this movie by ratio than Godzilla is in the longest.
Wasn't Kong and Godzilla vs. Kong in it for longer than this movie?
No.
I timed it. No?
Yeah, you gave it to me. He's in it for 27 minutes and 25 seconds.
Really? Kong? I
Yeah.
thought it was longer than that. Huh. Interesting.
That's what you gave me.
I don't know.
So that's what, like 25% of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 24.3% according to my calculations. If you want to know about like something like Son of Kong, he's in it for 11 minutes and 18 seconds. That's like the same amount of time as Godzilla was in 2014, actually. And that movie's 70 minutes, so it's like 16.1%. I did Skull Island, and it was 14 minutes and 52 seconds, and he's in that for 12.6. So that's like a double increase from Skull Island to Godzilla vs. Kong.
You know,
Anyway,
what's really good about now a lot of this performance here is you kind of see like there's part of her that doesn't really want to leave because she kind of likes this fantasy she's in, but she kind of understands like she has to. Just that conflict there.
these bad things are like terrifying in the video game. And we're going for it. He's got a silver back right there.
Literally got it.
Come on.
Rip those things apart.
Fuck them back.
Okay, a really ridiculous part is gonna come up because they hold on to a bat. Fly it.
I was like, give me back my woman.
Yeah. He's like, huh?
Tom's like, bruh.
And he just flies that thing.
Yeah, it is a bit silly, but it also kind of feels like it feels silly in a very like old school like adventure movie kind of way.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't really like flying. They were just kind of dragging it down anyway.
Yeah, they don't stay on it for too long, so I think that helps.
POV, you are calm.
I'm Collins balls.
Yeah. No dick, no balls.
No dick, no ball.
Drop the brakes. Do it now, for Christ's sake.
Not yet.
Wait. Wait.
You stupid Preston.
Come on.
Yeet.
Gonna punch it. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad to see you guys. Hey, wait a minute. Enough to knock out an elephant.
Chloroform. That's some good alcohol, right? You're gonna give Kong a treat.
They're going to give him a grappling hook like in Uncharted.
You're gonna do a prank on him, guys. It's just a prank, bro.
I just
We
realized.
do over trolling.
He just realized. I just realized he did it like a round, like a double kick there. You missed. You were just seconds away when he was being pulled down. Holy crap! You could have just. Holy crap! You could have just waited until they put the net down and then chloroform him.
It's poor planning. Yeah, they're on short notice. What are you gonna do?
I had nothing to do with this doll.
That's not like performance.
Monkey strength.
Read.
So, remember the change in the Hobbit Extended Edition, where they changed Smog? Well, they did this the same similar thing here with one of the buildings.
They changed one of the buildings.
Yeah, I think we just missed it. It was like different. I saw a movie censorship thing.
So they censored something, or they uncensored?
No, movie censorship is just a website that just like compares different versions of stuff. Double kill. Not a lot of commentary going on. We're just watching the movie.
Yeah, it's some good shit.
I'm sorry, it's too good.
Yeah, I hope that YouTube will get by with it.
I can't take a bite out of this guy.
I had a Mandela effect where I thought there was a close of him like biting him. And I thought that was only for the extended cut, but I guess I'm dumb, or freaking whoever went back in time just to do that to me. Like, they keep doing this. Why do they keep doing this? It's like, what is the point, dude? You're making dumb decisions. Like, it's worthless, and they just make the thing worse. It's like so minor. Like, why would you do it? It's so minor and inconvenient. It's like a minor thing that just makes it worse. It's like, dude,
you're like Jesse Pinkman right now. He can't keep getting away with this.
He can't get you.
I want to shoot him in the knee.
Big ol' harpoon.
And then he took a harpoon to the
I
knee.
used to be an adventurer like you.
Yes.
Then I took an arrow to the knee.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll do it. And look out, you're gonna get hit by Jack Black. Nah.
Skadoosh.
Oh no. You should have said that. It would make no sense, but that would just be a promotional tie-in to his upcoming movie, Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda's a while after this, isn't it?
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would have recorded like late 2006, 2007.
See, if Carl's enemy had called him the whooshy finger hold, it would have been all over.
Khan should have done that to Godzilla because he has thumbs, opposable thumbs. He should have done it.
Yeah.
That's how he... Holy crap, why did nobody make that meme when Godzilla vs. Kong was like coming out?
Cause they lack in vision.
Yeah. He's like, what, man?
He's so sad. He's so sad. I got it. He's so sad.
Shut up and go to sleep.
Island. Something's on, comes to this unknown place or whatever, and then you just fucking desecrate it for money.
The money.
As Ian Malcolm once said in Jurassic Park, I call that the rape of the natural world.
Oh look, Jimmy's dead. I guess I don't know. The story's gone. How dare you do something that you had nothing to do with?
He says the iconic line here.
We're millionaires, boys. I'll share it with all of you. In a few months, his name will be up in lights on Broadway.
Kong! The eighth wonder of the world.
See, King Kong isn't actually his name. His name is Kong. The only reason they call him King Kong was just because of the commentary and how they just added to him.
I mean, they call him King Kong in the in the presentation or whatever, the Tedham's presentation that we're looking at right now.
Yeah. So, and the only ones that just directly call him King Kong are the Toho movies. ... Whisper. Whistling.
Fake Kong.
After all, they couldn't have the actual likeness to Kong in that movie.
King Kong is under my sponsorship.
And that, Tim, I gotta show you my edits of King Kong killing Kong name only.
Kino?
Yeah. It's Kakino.
You know what else is Kino? King Kong Lives.
No.
This is cinema. Martin Scorsese watching King Kong Lives.
But when Kong gets hit by a golf ball, Martin Scorsese really felt that.
You're a lucky guy, damn, you got boobies.
We did not make a film a very epic film.
Yeah, when you don't make an epic film.
Maybe it's just because how much I love this movie, but like it doesn't feel like it's been like 2 hours to me.
Yes, sir. So we have like another like almost hour to go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it feels like it's flying by.
Because movie good bottom text.
Also, I've seen it a couple.
I mean, I've
times,
seen
so
good
it
movies, but
probably
I still felt really long, like The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't bother me if it's long, if it's good.
Yes.
Like, it can still feel like it's a long movie, but still be good.
Mm-hmm.
Like to Tim, when are you going to go see John Wick Chapter 4?
Yes.
I said when?
Yes. That's my answer. Yes.
God.
Yeah, I will say, like even though we meme about the sexism in the Jack's arc in the original movie is like, I am less sexist now. There is, I do think because that does add a little more meat to his relationship with Anne in that movie, because in here it does kind of feel like Jack and Anne's relationship just kind of feels pretty standard. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing really wrong with it, but there's also nothing really that interesting about their romance.
It's not your fault. Women just don't belong on ships. First movie. Women don't belong on boats, apparently.
Yes.
That's not his
It's like
first
bad
line.
luck.
Unless the boat's got a kitchen on it.
Okay, this is the reason why we
There's-
didn't invite you.
I mean, that's something that they would have probably said back then.
Oh no, yeah.
That's what
I mean,
That's what they
it's
said in the Mighty Con.
Yes.
Close enough.
Look at Jack Black looking all fancy.
Ladies
with
and
his
gentlemen,
hair
I'm
and his-
here to talk to you about a film, a very epic film.
A very epic
And then-
film.
Look, it's Martin Scorsese.
In the pick of
Look at the
destiny.
lighting. Look at the lighting. They're just overexposing the shit out of them.
That's very funny.
Wow. In New York, that's where we're from, so we must clap.
Oh my God, New York! All of that, literally New York, soy.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
He's saying the thing. He's saying the fake thing.
The thing from the beginning of the.
And then he plays the music from the movie in this. Can't believe he ripped off Cooper.
Should have known.
Yes, so in this universe, the movie King Kong is just it's a biopic. It's based on true events.
They're playing Max Steiner's score here.
Don't be alarmed. It's perfectly safe. These chains are made of chrome steel.
Chrome steel.
He didn't look like he's really serious or like he doesn't believe that.
In the Broadway show, there's actually a scene where Anne goes to see Kong like backstage before the show.
Hmm.
I am touching the beast. I am actually on the 25-foot gorilla.
I wanted to know, do they mean 25 foot when he's on all fours or when he's standing up?
Good question. Yeah, I'm sure you can go on Wikizilla and find the scale.
No, they can't. I just assumed that he's 25 when standing up because I tried doing some measurements myself.
Did you use those like measurements that like NASA uses when they're like studying an asteroid and they're like, asteroid approximately the size of 15 American alligators set to pass within 30,000 miles of Earth?
No, I just saw a screenshot of him like standing on two legs with Naomi Watts, took her height, added her duplicates, and just like measured it on the Photoshop from the inches, and just concluded that when he's just standing up top, that he's 25 feet. Oh look, we're getting the pressed Kong now.
Sad Kong.
Angsty teenage Kong.
Hey, at
And we're
least,
getting
at least
the
Carl Denham casted black actors. As
It's
the
just a
natives.
phase. Leave him alone.
look,
At least Carl Denham didn't get people in blackface to do natives.
and we get 33 music.
It's Kong after he gets infected with the symbiote, like Spider-Man 3.
Emo Kong.
Yeah.
He's gonna dance to the Focus Soul.
I mean, he does have a little skating it later.
Please remain calm, ladies and gentlemen, for we now come to the climax of this savage ritual, the sacrifice of a beautiful young girl. Behold her terror as she is offered up to the mighty Kong. A big hand, folks, for the bravest girl I've ever met, Miss Andera.
He looks sad.
She looks sad. Oh, here comes my my meme.
Look at his face. He's so excited.
Huh?
It's like, what the fuck?
He's
Disgusting.
a gorilla. Yeah, imagine if a big gorilla thinks you're ugly. You got a problem.
Yeah, more 33 music.
Something. This is probably what Nope was about. This is what Jordan Peele was trying to tell us about.
Right.
What are you doing? You're gonna get fired.
She's too sad. She's too sad to do her job.
Yes. The press call.
Here's your story, boys. Beauty and the man who saved her from the beast.
Gotta scrum some more.
Everyone needs to leave, okay? Come on.
Let him roar. It makes a swell picture.
Head for the exit.
That's your own seat, but not under mine.
Are you sure about that? He's got big brain on him.
Oh, we gotta get out of here.
Gotta get out. Goodbye.
Step on you.
Well, what that composer did here?
Can't believe he killed Max Steiner. Fine, boom.
It's you. Fucking bitch.
You weaselly little bitch.
What? I was just in the background, just looking at this. I want to do an edit where I just keep it zoomed in, and he's like, "Now you're John Hammond."
Yes. Now you're John Hammond.
I don't know what they just have those shots of the old man. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, is that supposed to be some weird cameo or like fans of the OG or something? I don't know.
Nah, man, it was just mid 2000s silly extras.
Yeah. I don't know, like a terrified person with just holding a cigarette in their mouth just looks funny to me.
No, yeah. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a shot I use in a lot of my music videos. Me when I'm playing bumper cards at the thing.
He makes Times Square look so small.
Oh no. Ugly
I
woman.
know a blonde woman.
Watch him fly.
This scene is missing Kong walking past.
Look, Universal
like,
Pictures.
punks.
That's the people that produced it.
This scene is missing Kong walking past a group of punks and just kicking their stereo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's Al Capone?
And
Right.
Pretty sure Al Capone was like Chicago.
I don't care. Just have him there.
He's watching this on TV.
right.
He's gonna read
That was cut from the 4-hour cut.
Yeah.
I was gonna say is
cut.
Kong going after every blonde woman, same energy as Peter Parker going after every fucking blonde guy with sunglasses in the Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. I do not remember that at all, so that tells you how much I remember.
Because he's looking for the burger.
Yeah, I know. I completely forgot about that because, Amazing Spider-Man, I don't like that movie.
Well,
I remember more about freaking Amazing Spider-Man 2 than I do the first one.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Another hot take to give to your audience so they can get mad at me. The Amazing Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man movie. I don't care. Stay mad.
He thinks it's better than Spider-Verse. So.
Gong take.
Spider-Verse is still great.
Like it, but it's still a gong take.
Look at him. He's mad.
He's a mad boy.
Some of this is extended.
Brody. Oh, my bitches hate Adrian Brody. Colin's like, this is what you get for working with Woody Allen all the time.
Yeah, animals do have that sense that they know things.
This is just an average day in New York. This isn't anything abnormal.
I'm trying to see because apparently there was no lines on the road. So I'm trying to see if there was any lines on the road because that wasn't the case in the 40s. So they wouldn't have that.
John, this is 1933.
Yeah, I'm just saying because they wouldn't have. No,
but maybe in the 40s they got rid of them, but then they just brought them back later. You don't know,
Tim. We're not doing this. There we go. I don't know, just see Cones slide around, for some reason, it's a Mario Kart thing, they're doing the drifts.
Got him.
I got you. Cinematography.
Yeah, Colin's like, oh, now that's a
He's like that's cinema.
Colin's like, what cinema did not.
Kong looks at her the way I look at Roadhouse.
Just a default face. Another poster. Probably my favorite track that's playing right now.
What did the music for this again? Was it
James Newton Howard.
James Newton Howard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know how blue Naomi Watts' eyes are? Some blue fucking eyes.
Man, she's got some big old blue eyes.
So do we consider Anne in this movie a furry? Like she falls in love with the gorilla?
Not really, but yeah. It was a good meme.
That's what freaking YMS thinks, I guess.
That's for the comments this side. Sound off. Is Anne a furry in this movie?
Since we got Tim in here, we got another person back. We got two people.
Calling himself doesn't really qualify for being a furry character because he's like literally just a big gorilla. He's not like an anthropomorphic animal or anything like that, so he doesn't really count.
It'd be
he wouldn't really
zoophile.
Carlos, you say that like you're someone who's like really qualified to speak on the subject of furries.
Listen, Tim. When you're on the
wait,
internet,
what's going on? Can we not? Let's not do this.
When you're on the internet, you learn a lot about the technicalities of furries, whether you want to or not.
I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about it, but it seems like you seem really well educated in this subject, Carlos.
I'm familiar with some furry people, but I myself am not a furry.
I met a furry once.
Nice.
He was in suit and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, are you going to say anything about it?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
He was in Chicago.
Ice skating.
Should Rick? You should insert this scene, but with the sliding music from Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Well, I'm going to do that because I showed you guys that one Con the Animated series where he literally takes part of a plane and uses it as a surfboard.
No. Oh my god, now I'm thinking about the thing that I sent you earlier, Carlos, with King of the Hill and the Silver Surfer.
Oh my god, yeah. Mr. Surfer, have you ever thought of getting propane?
Freaking spinning monkey.
You spin me right round.
I already have two of these out of touch for him because he's like spinning around. So he's like,
right.
I'm gonna be posting these on Out of Touch Thursdays. On Thursdays, so many out of touches. That snow doesn't really look that good.
No, get hit with that CG snow.
Oh jeez, jump scare military.
Military.
Well, no, it's great. It's like the one that's always like a few nice moments to have together, always like cut short.
Yeah. You got crushed. Oh, here comes a funny extent.
Yes.
Yes, this is funny.
You hear me? It was built for humans by humans, not for stinking lice-infested apes. Thought of something trapping all over this fair city.
Trapping all over this city.
So this is how it's gonna be. We fight it. We kill it. We cut its ugly head off, and we ram it up and down.
That kind of seems like a scene that would fit perfectly in 76.
Yeah. Because, funny enough, one of the airplane people that's with Peter Jackson, because in the original movie, Marion C. Cooper and Ernest Schoedsack were the people in the military plane that shoots down Khan. So in here they have Peter Jackson, and they have his name escapes me at the moment. Rick Baker,
the guy who plays who
played him in King Kong 76, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Stan Winston?
No. Stan Winston had nothing to do with King Kong.
Wait, I thought Stan Winston did the...
No, it was Rick Baker.
It was Rick Baker for 76. Yeah.
Rick Baker was the one that did American Werewolf in London. And he also portrayed
Mighty Joe Young.
Why did I think Stan Winston was in 76? I don't know.
There's another deleted cut sequence you can see in the deleted scenes that wasn't in this extended.
Actually, here's the better question. So you
Okay.
said it was Rick Baker who was King Kong in '76.
Yeah.
Does he count as a furry?
Whatever.
Because he was in the Kong suit.
That's a good question. Now, well, probably not, because I assume it's not like a big part of his identity, and
To be fair, if we got like Godzilla fans to like make suits, technically we're probably like one of the origin of furries.
Well, I mean, if it's,
maybe.
I think if it's like reptilian, I think those are like scalies. I think is what those.
I actually recently found out that technically, like even though technically calling it a scaly would be technically more correct, that people just like call them furries anyway. Like,
I guess it would just be a subgenre in the same thing.
Yeah, it's like a subset of furries.
Here we go. His first sign language, which they heavily did a thing in Godzilla vs. Kong. I was like, yeah, I can't believe it. Like, that's so wholesome. It made me love the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
This movie's so fucking good, dog.
Yeah. Just love it's like, the last spot where they can just get away from the world or whatever and appreciate each other.
Why are all the cars going crazy? There's a monster loose. Fun fact I learned from just looking at like just a little bit of that 16 hours of behind the scenes stuff they have on the Ultimate Edition Blu-ray, that all these cars were just like done like verbatim by Peter Jackson just like once. Like they made a whole like clay model and then they just Peter Jackson just took a knife and then just cut where he thought he would want scars at.
Huh.
Oh, instead of 4 planes, it's 6. Adding on 2 other planes because one remake and another remake. Oh, and he takes down 3 airplanes instead of 1 because this is the 3rd time they're doing the story. The number of
there's a lot of there's a lot.
But it's only the second time he's taking out biplanes. In '76, it was helicopters.
Not if you look at the poster.
False marketing.
Even more false marketing is the Japanese figure that I have. That hat, instead of a plane, it's a car.
Bruh. Imagine if cars killed King Kong.
Someone just launching cars
Lightning
at him.
McQueen.
Ka-chow! Think about it. King Kong dies, then Cars becomes a thing the next year. That's a conspiracy right there. Can't believe we're almost done.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, just zooming by.
Oh, parkour. This shot is just epic. Do your thing.
Yeah. Fun fact: in real life, when gorillas beat their chests, they don't like use fists. They just like kind of slap their chests with their palms. They don't like put their hands into fists.
I was going to actually say, because now you mentioned it, in the original King Kong, he just does fists. But Peter Jackson wanted to do the same thing for his movie, but when he found out that it's not like that, they just like use just their fingers that's like kind of open palmed. He had to sort of compromise and make them sort of crinkle in a little bit more here, so it's more realistic in the 33 film.
Yeah, it's interesting, and they still make the like sound effect that they make in real life, where it's like the boop, 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 boop. It's like kind of the popping sound.
I think that popping sound, according to Big Jack Films, apparently that beating of the chest in the 33 film is just a mic tapping on someone's shoulder when they did the sound effects.
Well, it's a pretty good approximation to what it actually sounds like in real life, so that's cool.
Foley effects. Foley.
No.
Yeah, got him.
Meanwhile, the original, he just kind of grabs and then just throws it down.
He's more vulnerable.
That shot's good too. I like that. I just realized that detail. Like, he's trying to reach, but he's slipping off there when he does it. So, because in the original, it seemed like he would be able to like reach them, but he just doesn't. Maybe that's just me, or Peter Jackson really was like paying attention to detail when he was making his remake.
I'm sure he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Big kick right there from Adrian Brody.
Come on, man.
This is one of those movies where, like, even though I know what happens, like, as I'm watching it, I can't help but hope, like, it's different this time.
Yeah.
That's what someone said about Revenge of the Sith.
Hope Anakin doesn't kill the kids and stuff.
No, they were like they hope that Anakin doesn't turn or doesn't like betray the Jedi.
And then it's like the meme written and directed by George Lucas.
Yeah.
You're right, Mace. You're right.
I mean, that's
You
kind
should
of how I
do
feel
it.
every time like anything Star Wars does anything like Order 66 related. Like when I was watching Siege of Mandalore, I'm like, oh please God, don't anything happen here.
Now he's going to take a 2-for-1 over here. That guy was stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Emotion time. Oh yeah, Adrian Brody.
Slowly but surely making his way up there.
hmm I can't tell if that's Rick Baker or Peter Jackson.
It's Rick Baker.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Not Peter Juckman. Peter Juckman. Peter Jackson. Very, very squat bearded
He's
man.
like, wait a minute, I remember you. I still like the details, even though there is some bad CG here and there. For some reason, even the plane sequence, like you see in the background, boats like leaving the port.
Yeah.
Like you see like smoke very far in the background, a boat moving. You can also see New Jersey, unfortunately.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait a minute! Wait.
Yo, New Jersey.
Got him.
Woke up this morning, got some gabagool.
He can't reach out to her because now he's dead.
Well, dying. He's not dead yet.
Well, he couldn't reach. Now he's dead. Look at his eye during this. They grow bigger because he's now dead. Well, thankfully he died before he fell, so he wouldn't have to feel that thump.
He deserved it, didn't he?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, the meme.
And dies from cringe.
Yes. I think that was also a little thing during the GVK thing. I can't. Why would you have sympathy for a monster that just killed thousands of people and caused so much damage? I don't understand. Well, I get. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, this is the first time they've seen each other, right? It's kind of weird.
What do you mean?
Like they ended on the wrong foot when they were about to leave Skull Island, and apparently this is like the first time they meet. So it's kind of like. I guess this is probably like the only person that she can really hold on to. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into that differently here.
Well, it's supposed to be like since the incident, like no one's really been there for her, and now Jack decides he's like, you know what, I'm gonna finally be the person there for her, in her time of need or whatever. That cares about her as a person and not just like a tool for entertainment and making money.
Mm-hmm.
He said the thing.
Now I'm gonna run away forever.
I'm going to definitely get arrested for so many crimes.
My
My
crimes against
liability.
humanity.
Is there any extra that waves at the camera in this shot, like in '76?
I don't know. Maybe we'll never know. Because the movie's over. And I don't want to rewind. Boo, this movie stinks. This is 3 hours. I want my money back.
Cinema was, cinema did not.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on this
Of course, had a
occasion.
fun time.
And thank you all for watching this commentary. I'm going to end it here, but I wanted to say one last thing. If you skip to the end, have the credits. At the end, it has the 33 music.
And it says the film was dedicated to all the
Original
created-
people.
Yeah, the original people who created the original movie.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you, I don't know when, but whenever you watch more videos of mine.